Yeah, this is when I needed to happen, but mm, mm, oh, yeah, I need to go back and do that. Mm, hey, yo, what's up, Alfred? I think I'll probably get one. Alfred. Gold is the one that's been treating me nice. Nasdaq, on the other hand, has been hurting my feelings. I did pick up a couple of those 250 accounts. Man, I blew them things fast, man. I blew them things fast. Cause y'all know I was still revenge trading in those accounts. I bought three, and I just wanted to trade in them. I was going in heavy size. I'll be up like 3-5K. And then the Nasdaq got me with this stupid move right here. With this move right here, she got me, man. This little push right here, this is where she got me because I went short and I was super heavy. So that, man, this shit took me out. And I was like, dude, like, yeah, she took me out right there and then dropped. And then I bought two other ones, try to go long because I thought, oh shit, well maybe she wanted to go long and she ain't go long. She did exactly what I thought she was gonna do. She just made me feel like I was wrong, stopped me out, and then go in my direction as per usual of Nasdaq. So as per usual, but the Nasdaq is running up into this trend line. So moving forward, today kind of showed me how I'm going to move forward. I will not be trading Nasdaq in any of my accounts. I will trade Nasdaq in the sim, but what I've come to understand is the Nasdaq just creates a lot of bad habits. This is what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that I'm not willing to take a trade on Nasdaq if I see it, but moving forward, I'm gonna have to trade Nasdaq as if I'm trading ES because trading in the middle is definitely just dangerous now. And I hit daily loss limit through what, 3 accounts yesterday with Nasdaq. She just creates bad habits, and I'm not going to downsides, and she just creates bad habits. So next week I'll be in all my funded accounts anyway, so I'm not going to be trading Nasdaq in those accounts anyway. I'm not going to risk losing all my hard work for a bad day with the Nasdaq when gold treats me so nice. Well, we do have a potential double bottom. I missed this, so I kind of figured that we was going to get this run down because the one thing gold likes to do, if we have a leg that does not pull back, that's usually the leg that's going to come back and sweep liquidity above these highs so we can go lower. Like once we start trending, that's usually the leg that and that was only 5 points. I mean, that was only 5 points. I mean, it worked, but it was only 5 points. But honestly, the one thing another thing that I enjoy about gold is I can start using this chart geometry to my advantage again. I don't want to play the mental mind games, the mental gymnastics with the Nasdaq anymore. I feel like I'm too old for that shit now. But perfectly, gold respected this trend line. So if you got short at this trend line, uh, it was definitely easy money. And that was a whole 10, almost 10 points right there. Yeah, almost 10 points, 9 points at this trend line. Yeah, damn near 10 points before a bounce into support. So mm, mm. I didn't get the 300. I got the 250K. I just blew all three of them. I'll probably get one more. It's only 18 bucks, like you said. Usually Apex does a what? They usually do the 50, 250, and 3K. 300K for 18 bucks, and you can pick which one. But I guess they figured that they'll just do the 250Ks. I guess they're easier to blow. That extra $1,500 is significant. I will say that. That extra $1,500 does come in clutch. It definitely does. Yeah, good old Apex. Good old Apex. I actually watched that interview that actually I don't know who that guy was or what's his affiliation with Apex. I really don't know. But I watched that interview about him talking about, switching traders to live accounts. And it's pretty obvious that Apex, they're not in the business of putting people in a live account. That's not their business model whatsoever. It's another way to get rid of profitable traders. That's definitely for sure. That is definitely for sure. They want you in that eval. They want you to keep turning those accounts into evals. They don't really want you to pass them. In that interview, he suggested or he stated that once you're live, you can't buy any accounts. But if you blow the account, well, I mean, they're not going to block you from buying new ones because, I mean, of course, that's what they want. As long as you're not getting paid out. And as long as they can put you in a live so you're not taking $1 million payouts, I mean, it fits their business model. Everybody's happy. They got you right back in the eval stage. You'll most likely buy 20 accounts and you'll spend 3 months trying to build it right back up. And if they can keep you in that cycle, well, that's less money that the firm has to pay out. They don't have to sit here and watch you grow your account, your 20 accounts to millions of dollars. They can, at whatever time frame or whatever they see, it was like, you know what, you're ready for live. Let's put you in a live account. So you don't take that $1 million payout, Put you in that live account. And if you blow it, you'll just go right back to the evals and you'll buy the 20 accounts. All right, so there goes that target right there. 369, huh? What a beautiful number, 369. All right, well. That was a great trade on gold. I'm pretty sure I left a lot of money on the table. But I caught about what I don't know. So I caught about a respectable 18 points here on gold. I'm pretty sure it's going to go down further. I'm pretty sure. I want to see what it does underneath this low right here. I want to see what it does. I probably won't take another trade in this account. $328.7. All right, so let's see what they do here at this low. If you're trading gold right now, I would say just be mindful about what they're going to do here. Technically, we did take out this low, but we do not have a strong close underneath this low. And earlier today, I made that mistake with gold. I made that mistake. Actually, this is actually another good example of people making that mistake that I made earlier. Right here, people got short. The bears did not, I mean, they broke this low, but we didn't get a strong close. You're supposed to wait for that strong close and then sell that retest. But that's not what we got here. We got the bears selling this thing, getting trapped underneath this low, and then getting stopped out. Now, this is a strong close right here. That is definitely a strong close right there. Well, we'll see. Yeah. Well, I haven't gotten a payout from Apex yet. Haven't gotten one from them yet. And my goal now is to change that. I will say that I do enjoy the discounted Tradeify account. I don't care for them when they're expensive, but uh, with the codes that they be giving on their streams, I took advantage of the 45% deal, so I got a couple of them. With these discounts, they're basically the same price as the My Funded Futures starter accounts when they were all available. So it's basically the same price with that discount. And so I'm really enjoying these accounts. I've already passed one, but I have to bring the other ones back because I traded them on tilt and hit daily loss limit. So I got to bring those back. I got to bring these accounts back. Yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I felt attacked, man. What are the odds that Monday and Thursday were the days that we had this crazy price action? What are the odds, man? What are the odds? Monday and Thursday, coincidentally falling on the days where that was my last day. What are the odds? So if we see a push right here, I'm going to take a short at that trend line. If I see a break above that trend line, then I'm gonna have no choice but to close this position out because I'll be wrong. We got that trend line and we have the 50 right there. So that's what I'm betting on. That's what I'm betting on. Actually, what I should do with this is attach it to the 50 EMA because if we get a push, because I mean we are at the bottom of that trend line. We are at the bottom of it. So if we do see a push, it we could potentially see a reversal back up, but gold is shorting, so I'm gonna keep shorting with it until I see the bulls come in, break out of this trend line, find support, and then I'll flip long. All right, so Nasdaq is knocking at that trend line door. If we do see a break, I mean, I don't see any reason to not go long here. The break and that pullback, especially if the bulls can find support above this resistance trend line. If they can find support above this resistance trend line, then I mean we have all this room to the upside on the Nasdaq. We have a lot of room to the upside. So oh nice. I like seeing that. I like seeing that. I like seeing that, baby. I like seeing that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. This is why I enjoy trading gold. No bullshit. Trade with the structure, trade with the trend, you'll get paid. No manipulative mind games. Hmm. We do got a low right here though. Uh, maybe. Shit. Shit. Damn. Okay. Damn. All right. Well, I think I may have stayed in this for too long. I just noticed this low over here. 3, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. All right. So I'm pretty sure we got a perfect bounce. All right. I will keep my eyes on that 50 EMA because it is carrying that scale in at the 50 EMA. So if we do see a pop before I get this first target filled, it's going to be mindful about where it's at because I don't want to get it too close, and it's not going to be in an area of resistance because we did just bounce off of that freaking low, man. We did bounce off that low, that swing low. Mm. Yes, that's what I like to see, baby. Keep on dropping. Keep on dropping it like it's hot. Keep on dropping it. Mm. 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 Come on, Gold. You can do it. Drop it like it's hot. Mm, damn. Okay. Damn. 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 Damn, dude. Damn. Damn. Shit, gold was like, you gotta be quicker than that. I was considering about placing my stop for that first target right there at that low, but they tapped that liquidity and pushed it right back up. Man, she don't need to though. That's she don't need to. And what a coincidence. Look at that follow-up entry right there at my break even. What a coincidence, huh? Mm, okay. And like the thing is, like I said, that first target should be an easy one, but for whatever reason, ever since I started using this strategy, that first target has been difficult. My original gold strategy, my first target was literally at 9. And we would get that hit as soon as we would get in almost. So I just find it very interesting that this 63 tick target is sometimes it feels like it's hard to get. Like the market will bounce before it and then it needs to come back, pull back just to be able to touch it. Come on, gold. You can just do it, you know? You can just do it. Mm. No one's not going to judge you or nothing. Okay. I will. Raleigh, Boondocks. I will. Well, Investor Z will. Oh, that's funny. Hey, go. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. They're nothing but NQ haters. They stay over there with that senior citizen in their residence over there at NQ, the new senior citizen home. Don't listen to them. Hmm. Hmm. No, y'all some NQ haters, meaning that y'all with the NQ and y'all some haters. Right along with Smith, hating on the baddest bitch in the game right now, which is gold. Yeah, I need my protein. Uh, hmm. I mean, I'm gonna let it ride. I'm gonna let this shit ride because if they don't reject it at this 50, I'm gonna have to close this shit. I was about to say, Gold. I mean, don't be nasty. I mean, you did all that traveling. At least tag me right back in. You did all that traveling. Okay. Now I need you to reject here. Mm. As long as price stays underneath this 50 and it stays underneath this trend line, I'm gonna let it ride. But if I see a pop, I'm just gonna move my stop. You know what, Alfred? I think that's what she's trying to do. I mean, if she can break through this little, if she can break this low, I should get that first target hit. She can break this low right here. Mm, yeah. They going hard at this damn low for whatever reason. Break that shit. You got what, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth test. I mean, if we can get a clean break up underneath these lows, man, that should be good. Of course not, though. All right, there we go, man. And Gold, you just don't do it, man. Just don't do it. Come on, Gold. Don't do that shit. Man, bitch. God damn. God damn, dude. Damn. Damn. Oh my God, dude. Mm. Bro, I swear, man. Yo, I appreciate that, Shiznaz. Yeah, my girl recognized that and she helped me out. I was pissed. Super pissed. No, I wasn't pissed. I was just frustrated. Just super frustrated. Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. So I'm gonna just take some of this off. Just leave two on. Let two run. Just let two run. I'm not playing these stupid games with gold right now. This was a great trade, man. Great trade. Shit, we almost only $1,500 away from going back to break even after going tilt in this account. Only two $1,500 more dollars, man. And now that I've taken profits and committed the ultimate sin and blasphemy, I wonder if gold is going to break down here. Yeah, Shiznaz. Yeah, gold is definitely a 10 legger. I mean, if you can kind of get more than that, that's you consider yourself lucky because gold is definitely if you can get 10 points out of her, and then she's highly likely to bounce. Highly likely to bounce. I was expecting her to bounce off of this trend line earlier when I was originally in this short up here. She did somewhat bounce, but then she started to grind and break right back into this trend channel. But like I said, man, it was a great trade. So I mean, I'll let this trade play out. I'll let it play out. Mm. I'll let this trade play out. Like I said, now that I've taken my profits, I wonder if she's gonna crash. Nasdaq PSD. Yo, dude, it's that is more closer to the truth than than anything. Nasdaq has definitely gotten me to it. I mean, honestly, I didn't see it before. I didn't see the bad habits that I started to form to cope with being a good Nasdaq trader. You have to do a lot of mental gymnastics. It requires a lot of mental resources and focusing more on gold and going back to price action and having her respect chart geometry. And then you have to actually pay attention to the price action and structure. Once I went back to the NASDAQ, I was able to see it. And I wouldn't have been able to see it if I never or if I hadn't started to trade gold. And I see it now. And it's like, wow. No wonder why I fight the trend. I thought it was because it was just a habit. But that's how that's what makes a good NASDAQ trader, because she'll start trending and then out of nowhere, she'll push right back up. I mean, she'll potentially go right back to the trend. But for the most part, you can make your money with this leg right here. You don't even have to worry about what she does right there. You'll make your money right here, just fighting the trend. Getting these little push-ups. You can make your money in these little random ass pushes that she does before she continues on with the trend. Now, I know a lot of people, myself included, got caught with this. Now, I caught this long. I caught the long. I was up like what, 4 or 5K in this long. Oh, gold, why? No, gold, why? No, why did you do that? No. No. This is why you don't commit blasphemy and take profits. Damn it. Whatever. Anyway, so I caught this long. But I was super tilt. So I was like, yo, I'm about to go short at these highs. And I was in 255 contracts. So that was like 20 contracts. And yeah, that shit popped all the way up and stopped me out. Man, that shit was so fast. And I was like, damn. And that's what I'm talking about. Why did the NASDAQ have to do this stupid ass liquidity sweep above these highs before she grinded to the downside? What was the point of that? You know, what was the point of that? But she did it, and I blew the account. And this is an Apex account. So you know that stupid trailing drawdown, that shit was gone. I mean, I was heavy, so I mean, it's not all of Apex fault, but NASDAQ could have kept going like she did, and I would have been up. I probably would have passed the account with the drop. But it's like I said, I was in 20 contracts. I was super tilt. Just frustrated with the day. This is why you don't commit blasphemy and take profits. And I knew Gold was going to do that shit, man. I knew she was going to do it. Hmm. 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 Yeah, honestly, Shiznaz, I'm starting to recognize that I feel like that's a direction that the market wants to go with the Nasdaq. I say this often now because I see the resemblance. Trading in the middle of the chart with the Nasdaq is now really dangerous. It's really dangerous now. And you basically have to trade the Nasdaq as if you're trading the ES. at the edges, waiting for stop runs, trading into stop losses. It seems like that's the move that they've chosen to go with the Nasdaq. Damn, look at that. You commit blasphemy, you leave money on the table. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But damn it, Alfred. I want my damn target, damn it. Shit. I want my target. Damn it. I'm not asking for much. All I'm asking is for the market to hit my damn target. That's it. That's not asking for too much. Damn it. Man, Alfred, man, you know that's just too much, man. You know that's, man, with the Nasdaq, like that one time you start building a position with the Nasdaq, being a professional, and then that's the time when she'll go 20 million points in your direction, and you didn't even have a chance to build your position up, and you got one micro contract on, and she moves 200 points. That's tough. And she'll do it. Yep. You in this short too, Investor Z? Shit, we double dipped up in gold, man. We waited for that breaker structure. I mean, I did kind of get in a little early. I mean, if it would have hit my target, that would have been fine. That would have been awesome. But that first test is always the best test. And I'm glad I had my my position trail of the 50, because we know that gold respects these EMAs. If we see a break above the 21 in the 50, that's highly likely when we'll see a reversal. But until we see that, we should make sure that we stay straight. Like, if we don't see something like this where we break above the 20 and the 50 and then pull back and find support, well, and this is that unicorn model right here that everybody keeps talking about, but I don't necessarily want to call it that. I like to call it what other price action traders call it, the bears, or the side of the market failing. In this example, you got the bears shorting it off the 21 EMA. They shorted it off the 50. They failed to hold. Price broke back above the EMAs. They pulled back and they bought. So this is a failure pattern. They failed to hold the EMAs, and the market used their stop losses to retest these highs and break above that trend line. But for ICT traders, this would be your unicorn model right here. A low, high, or you got your low, high, takes out the low, takes out the high, pulls back into that liquidity and pushes up. Nah, she don't leave me on red. It's just that she too toxic for me, man. If anything, she gives it up so I can come back to her, because she know that shit good. She know I'm gonna keep on coming back to it. Because I keep saying I ain't gonna trade her no more, and I keep coming back and dipping in that and dipping in that. And I keep saying I ain't gonna do it. But once that hey big head text is sent, and it's over. Shit, she know I'm on my way. She know I'm on my way over there. She know I'm on my way. She know I'm fucking with gold. But I mean, on some real shit, yo, that is so real, dude. That is so real. People like what for whatever reason, people like you when you with somebody else for whatever reason. I don't know why. When they know you with somebody else, it's like a game to them. It's like an ego hit. Like, yeah, he's a married man or she's a married woman. And I was able to take her from her husband, take him from his wife, etc. Blah blah blah. You know how that shit go. That's when everybody want to be with you when you with somebody. But then when you all alone, ain't nobody checking for you for real, huh? Once I send that hey big head text, she said, "Come get it." Shit, I'm on my way home, baby girl. I'm on my way home to come get that. But mm, yep, that's exactly right, man. Says new chart. Who this? New chart. Who this? New stream. Who this? Girl, you know who this is. Man, you ain't blocked me on everything. I mean, shit, we all know what that shit's for, though. You get blocked on everything and you still find a way, then she knows she got you. Nah, she knows she got you then. Shit, I block you on everything. You still found a way? You still found a way? Hey, do y'all guys remember when Top Step was like, if somebody got a payout trading cattle or something like that, that they would buy some designer cowboy boots or something like that? Do y'all guys recall that? I wonder if someone started trading cattle and actually took them up on that offer. Oh, before your time? Mm. Yeah, Top Step, when it was giving out coins, I still got my Top Step hat and coin that they when they first started Top Step TV, if you were, I think it was like 5 or 7K in payouts, I forgot which one. They sent you a hat and a coin, and I was able to get my hat and coin. I don't know if they still do that. And around that time, there was like, yeah, we'll buy you some cowboy boots if anybody gets a payout trading cattle. Yeah. Oh, it was a hat. Okay, my bad. Look at me. It was a hat, not boots. I thought it was boots. Was it boots? I mean, if they was giving out a cowboy hat. Are you still waiting on it? Dang, for real? Well, I mean, this senior citizen ain't really moving for real. So, I mean, honestly, she still hasn't broken out. So we are coming out of this trend line, but that 200 EMA is lurking right there, man. Where's my pen? Man, I gotta start locking my door because my daughter likes to come in here and she likes to grab my stuff. Gotta beat that little girl up. Anyway, and moving all my stuff. All right. So yeah, so we got this trend line, and now we having price poke out of that trend line. So we'll see if the bulls are going to be able to break out of this trend line, break above that 200 EMA, and we'll see what happens. If we get a break and we get price to close back underneath this trend line, that would not be bullish. And I wouldn't buy the pullback on that. Honestly, I wouldn't buy the pullback until we kind of get closer to this trend line, to the apex of this trend line. Because I'm not saying that this can't potentially shoot up and potentially, oh crap, take the liquidity above this high right here. Because if we do shoot up, that's where it looks like it wants to go, and to take out the liquidity above that high. And then the bears would have to hold that. And if we can kind of get price to push up there and find support at this trend line right here, I still wouldn't want to go long because of the angle of the trend line. It's kind of slope. It's kind of sloped. If price comes, it's likely to kind of fall and slide down because this is not the way that this thing is angled is not set up for real support. You kind of would need price to kind of get closer to the apex right here, then have a breakout. And I would feel more comfortable buying a breakout like this because we have all this room for them to find support. And that will be something that I would buy for a move to the upside. So, like I said, I would just be cautious of this breakout because it does look like we will be closing right back underneath it. All right, so it looks like gold is pushing up, huh? Looks like gold is pushing up. Actually, that was a breaker structure. So this actually may be a we'll see what they do here. We'll see what they do here. We'll see what they do. Because that does look like a strong move. But if they can hold this 50 EMA, if they can hold this, they can hold that, then yeah. Hmm. Well, Shiznaz, another time frame where the market or gold likes to set up is around 7:30 to 8 o'clock Central Time at night and in the morning. So if you want something to set up, or if you want to trade gold, the perfect times are 7:30 in the night and in the morning to about 8 o'clock. And 8 o'clock is where the move usually happens. 8 o'clock is when that move usually happens on both sides of the clock. So, yeah, the market does like to move around that time. And if you're asleep, from my back testing, it seems like during that London time, because the liquidity is super low, she does sort of overshoots a little bit. And that's why I'm not really concerned about London because she likes to overshoot. And I don't particularly care for that because of how low the liquidity is during that time. All right, looks like we're fixing to potentially shift here. It looks like we're potentially about to shift. So I'm gonna stop out of this, or I'm gonna leave my stop where it's at. I'm gonna leave my stop where it's at. Potentially, we could see price shoot up at this trend line and probably test this trend line again. Well, kind of like the Nasdaq. I'm not I'm not looking for longs until price gets closer to the apex of this trend line right here. I'm not looking for longs because I think if we do see a long until the bulls break out of this resistance trend line, we're just going to see price keep pushing right back into it. Even if we get a false little breakout, it's just going to go right back down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That reminds me. That reminds me. That reminds me. Gold and Nasdaq are besties. They are besties. I don't care what nobody say at this point. They say if you long gold, you're supposed to short Nasdaq, but shit, if you long in Nasdaq and shorting gold, shit, you losing money on both sides of the market. I really feel that gold and Nasdaq are more correlated than what they have been in the past. I do believe at one point in time you could short gold and go long on Nasdaq, obviously, because of the dollar and the indices and just money rotating. But it just seems like the same. This seems like the people got their money in both Nasdaq and gold. I mean, that's a gold chart and that's a Nasdaq chart. I mean, they look basically the damn same. Basically, big run up and a drop. Big run up and a drop. I mean, shit, they're doing the same thing. And they're going long at the same time. Well, at least they're pumping both at the same time, trying to break out of a trend line at the same time. They're besties now. They figured that they can make more money being a team than being opposites. We can get way more market donations by being a team than doing the opposite. You was short all three? Shit. All right, Investor Z. And that's probably the best option. I think we've all given back money over trading. I think we've all given back money over trading. I know I have. I went from green to daily loss limit, yo. Crazy. Just over trading. All right. Okay. I can live with that. Now, that was a great trade. That was a really good trade. Really great trade. Our first trade was all the way up here. We got out. Actually, where did I get out at? I think I got out at 29. Was able to get right back in at that breaker structure down. And we caught that continuation move to the downside. We waited for that breaker structure and that retest. That first test is the best test. I got caught slipping earlier today because I didn't wait for that confirmation. Earlier today, let me see where I got caught up at. I got caught up somewhere. And I think it was this. Was it this leg? No, it was like around like 9 o'clock or something like that. Because it broke a structure or something like that. That's the like 9 10 or something like that. I think, yeah, right here. This is where I got caught up right here. Yeah, around like 9 o'clock. It was like around 9 o'clock. It was one of these bottoms that, I think it was this one because I know that it came back and stopped me out. Yeah, it wasn't that leg. Yeah, so it had to have been this one. It broke through, and I was trying to be cute and I didn't wait for the I did not wait for the confirmation. I got in and she showed me real quick that I should have waited for the confirmation of that break and that hold. If it doesn't break and hold, if it just breaks and then it pops right back up, then you know that's a trap. But well, this was a trap. Well, not necessarily. This was a trap because people still got stopped out, but it did go in that direction. Because people did try to sell it, but that 50 EMA came back and saved the day and dropped this market. But I will say this. I kind of realized I was trading on tilt this morning because during last night's stream, we was talking about that 380 level. And I was on tilt. I was super heavy. And I shorted this and it worked. And then I got back in short. I didn't even realize that we was at that 380 level. And this is the reason why 380 was so significant. Because we had that range, we had that breakout from this area, we had price break underneath it, and then break right above it. And from this area, we had price going to all-time highs. So price pulling back into this area was highly likely that the bulls were going to step up due to all the potential unfilled buy limits that was sitting in this area. And we talked about this shit last night. And I literally blinded myself from this. And I was already disappointed in myself. But then when I realized that, damn, this shit literally bounced at 380. Like it literally bounced here. We talked about this. We planned for this level. And I was just so on tilt that I blinded myself from that and paid the price real quick. So uh, I don't know, man, because I mean, I've been here before. I mean, it sucks trading on tilt, man. It sucks. When that nuclear bomb known as trading on tilt goes off, I mean, nothing matters. All your accounts are in danger. If you have some drawdown, if you have profits, it's highly likely that the account is going to get blown up. And then once everything is said and done, you look at all the destruction and like, damn, I did all that. And that's why I kind of need accounts with daily loss limits on days where I go tilt because I'll blow that whole thing up. And I've done it before. I need something to literally lock me out of the account because I'll keep trading. Even if I'm positive, I'll keep trading. Well, we'll see. We'll see about this. We'll see about this because it does look like. Hmm. It does look like the market did just bounce. We did just break above. We could see a pullback at this trend line. We do got the EMAs about to confirm. Or maybe it already happened. No, it didn't happen. It didn't happen yet. We didn't get that pullback yet. If we get priced to pullback, I'll potentially buy it, but not in this account. I'm done in this account today. I'm gonna let this lock in. I'm gonna do it in another account. All right, so that count's gone. 4, 5. I'll do it in this account. Just going to need a pullback from this area, and then I'll potentially go long because it does look like price does want to go long. We got a bullish pin. We got price sweeping the liquidity underneath this area right here. So it does look like we could potentially see price move back up here to 331. So let's just do this. Um, hmm. So you're looking for a gold short between 25 and 30? Yeah. I think we can potentially see a move back up here to 30 for sure. The 200 EMAs right here. It just is going to be this trend line that's going to be in the way. Hopefully I can get a pullback. And then as soon as this thing pulls back, it goes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, what's up, Luke? What's up? Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I get disappointed when I go on tilt because I feel like I should be better than that. That behavior should be underneath me. I should be over behavior like that. I'm literally throwing a tantrum, and just like Alfred says, I'm taking it out on my account, and then I have to spend money on resets or purchasing more accounts. That's literally what I'm doing. And that kind of behavior should be beneath me, but it happens. And I'm not proud of it, but it happens. It definitely happens. And the one thing is about all that tilt energy, and it's crazy that it happens, you usually come back the next day and make a lot of money after you blow up all your accounts. You get into that fresh new eval, and then all of a sudden, now you can make money again. Mm. Yeah. And mechanics, you said that you lock yourself out. That, that's good, man. I wish Ninja Trader 8 had a feature like that. These Trade of 8, these Project X accounts are the only thing that I would fix about them is that I want to be able to set my to put in my settings, and there is an option where I can't change it at all. Because if I can go in and change it, I mean, well, we all know what's going to happen if I can change it. But I know that I can log my settings out before every trading day. But over time, that's just going to become, I mean, I guess it could be a part of your ritual, your daily ritual, setting up how much money that you want to make and how much money you want to lose before the trading day. I guess it could be a part of your daily ritual. But I prefer to not waste any mental resources on tasks that can be automated, and just having it automatically locked out. I lose a certain amount. I had to sit there and actually deal with it. And having it so where I can't come in the next day and revenge trade at the 5 o'clock open because if my settings unlock at that time, well, if I'm already on tilt, I mean, I'm not going to lock myself out. I was like, man, I just lost, I don't know, as an example, 5K today. So I need to get that shit back. I need to get it back. And then I'll be sitting in front of my desk and it's just it's just an endless cycle of bad habits. Well, we'll see. The one thing that I like right now about this potential long position, if I can get tagged into this without too much trouble, is that we're getting that rejection off the trend line. It's not crashing down. It's slowly coming back into that area of liquidity. Uh, when I get tagged into this, I think this is a great entry. We got that reversal pattern. The only thing that I have to watch out for is that it just doesn't crash out right here. But feel free to limit me into this gold. Feel free. Feel free. Hmm, that's interesting. Yeah, it definitely does. One thing that I started doing, I share with you guys, I do use that Cold Turkey application to lock myself out of Tradeovate. The one thing that I've started doing is actually locking myself out the entire Friday session. And I started doing that because I don't want to take a loss going into Friday because I don't want to be dwelling about it over the weekend. And then on Sunday, I'm trying to hop back into this market. But I mean, I'm already locked out until 7:30 in the morning every day. But uh, with locking myself out on Fridays, it just allows me to just save that mental resource and those mental resources and just use it somewhere else. Feel free to tag me in gold. Feel free. And then bounce in my direction. And trading at this point, once you get to a certain level, it's the amount of mental resources that you can save and utilize at a different time. The less amount of decisions that you have to make, the less mental resources are being utilized. That's why having that lockout feature is definitely a plus because I don't have to think about it. I don't have to fight myself with it. It's going to be locked out. Deal with it. Okay. All right. It was a decision that I made during a time of hmm, when I was of sound mind and body, and that was a decision that I made. And I'm not going to allow my emotional self to dictate that decision or to circumvent that decision. So I don't trade that account on Friday. So I have to go into the weekend with this loss, come back on Monday. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it because today's price action on gold was unnecessarily erratic. And that's not the norm for gold. So it'll happen sometimes, obviously, but it's really not the norm. So I can usually get my money back the next trading session, especially if I'm looking for my pullback setup. Looks like gold is going to, I mean, we'll see. It looks like gold may miss me here. I don't think so. It looks like it wants to kind of push, but I think gold may miss me here. I didn't want to get into it this high where these stop dots are, but it does look like maybe that's probably where I should have got in at. We'll see. but I don't ever want to get in away from support on gold because she does tend to come back. She may move up in your direction, but she usually does come back to areas of support and resistance, tag it, probably sweep the liquidity, and then go in the direction if this is not going to be a stop run. So we'll see. Man, shit, hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully that's not the case. I mean, I guess as we see with the Nasdaq, we're right back into that trend line. Yeah, gold and Nasdaq are besties. They both rejected at that trend line. They're both besties. But we got price coming back into that trend line, back into this, back underneath this trend line resistance. It's highly likely that we'll close right back above. Now, with the Nasdaq, and this is why this is could be dangerous. If this was gold doing this, you can easily short this right here and have your stop above this candle high. But because this is the Nasdaq, she'll close right here. She'll get you thinking like, yeah, I'm in this short, and then pop right back up. And that's that manipulative mind games that the Nasdaq likes to play. Because she likes to use strategies that traders she likes to she likes to use strategies that traders like to use, like, oh, it broke back into the trend line, let me short it. She'll collect the liquidity and then push right back up. Ah, gold, don't do that to me. Uh, Honestly, I do feel that we have another leg down on the Nasdaq, but we do have this bullish pin. We do have this bullish pin, but we do have a failure from the bulls here. You can see that after this bullish pin, we did had a bullish follow-up candle on the hourly. However, we're having the bears or the bulls fail right now. They got 30 minutes to fix it, but right now we got a candle closing literally underneath the body of the previous candle and underneath that bullish pin. That is bearish. So we could potentially see more downside, but this is the Nasdaq, so she likes to use these types of things to trick traders so she can go in the direction that she wants to really go in. But this would be considered bearish, especially if this closed underneath this previous candle. That would be super bearish. And that would be hard for the bulls to recover from because underneath this candle, are stops. So that would be hard for bulls to recover from if the bears are using the bull stops as fuel to push this market lower. So if they tap into that and crash it down, it's gonna be hard for the bulls to recover from that. So okay, so I'm in. I'm in this. We'll see if this is the right decision. What I will do though is I'm not gonna give this too much risk though. I'm not going to. 21. I'll give this mm, so 19.3 will be 2 points. I'll give it 18.9. I'll give it to 18.9. Hmm. Yeah, 18.9. Actually, mm, mm. I'll give this position to the next 5 minutes, and then I'm going to club bed after this. I'll let it run overnight. I mean, this is what is it, 2 points? Actually, let me see how many points I'm actually risking here. 21.3 minus 19.4. So I'm only risking 1.9 points. I think I should be good. Mm, okay. You see what I'm talking about? Dude, we just talked about this. I've traded Nasdaq so long that I'm very familiar with her manipulative mind games that she likes to play. She knows that traders shorted this. She knows it. Because if you're coming from any other instrument, this right here is at least 5 points or at least a decent amount of points back into this trend line before she finds support. Just like here on gold, you get a trend line resistance. Yeah, that was at least 5 points back into the trend line. And she knows that that's the tendencies of a lot of traders. So she will fake you out, let you think that she's going right back into the channel, and then does this crap. She's all the manipulative mind games that she play. And this is why I just choose not to blow accounts with her anymore. I'm not blowing my accounts with you no more. Shit, here I am blowing her back out and she's blowing my accounts. What kind of trade off is that? What kind of trade off is that? She's pulling my account. That's funny. But anyway. All right. So I think yeah, I'm gonna let this run. I'm gonna let it run. This is my trade. I look for that strong push in one direction and I buy the pullback. Simple. 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 I mean, I don't think we may get another rejection at this trend line. And if we do, then I'm gonna get stopped out. But if we can get a breakout from this trend line, hmm, hmm. All right, so let me see how many points I'm risking. Hmm. Hmm. All right, I'm willing to risk that. 6 ticks. 6 ticks. That's how much I'm risking right now. 6 ticks. But all right. He said, "Thank you, speaking Spanish." No, I think that statement was definitely called for. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. 6 ticks. Or 9 ticks. 9 ticks. I'm only giving this thing 9 ticks or 10 ticks. Yeah. And the only reason why I'm only giving it so little is because I mean, even if we do see a push up, we could potentially see price get rejected from that trend line. Mm. Nah, I'll give it 10 ticks, man. I'll give it 10 ticks. Man, I really wish that gold would stop playing and push off. That was a great entry. Give that to me, gold. That was a great entry. I waited patiently for this. Give me my flowers. Let me stay in this. Mm. Yeah, that is a lower low, isn't it? Looks like gold has a little micro trend right now going on too. Uh, something like this. Looks like it's a little micro trend. Mm. And I guess she can make money both ways here on the Nasdaq. Maybe if she stays here at this trend line, we'll get a bunch of bulls to actually try to buy it and have their stops build up underneath this, and then vice versa. If we can get the bears to short this thing, we can get their stops to rest underneath or above that. Nasdaq is very notorious for not leaving no bear or bull left behind. She'll stop everybody out. She leaves no stop behind. She leaves no stop behind. I like to call that we don't leave bulls or bear behind price action. She wants everybody to be included. You say you only scalp and let the runners go? Okay. All right. Well, all right. That's it for me tonight. I guess what I should have did was short off the trend line, but I figured since we got that pull, that break above, I kind of figured that trend line was going to be a problem. Kind of figured it would, but all right, guys. That's it for me tonight. We'll definitely come back tomorrow morning and we'll look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good night.